SFC fans react. We are live outside the Stoke statue on another edition of the Aftermath with myself, Shaun Middleton. We also have Michael Bowers, my partner in crime. We are live, so any apologies if there's any swearing. There shouldn't be many people kicking about, to be fair, but if there is, if there's any swearing, we do apologise in advance. But we're here to talk about.
You're mainly talking from me, aren't you? Swearing from me. I'll try and be good today.
Yeah, but we are.
I'll try.
We are live. With the Aftermath, we're doing it. We try to do it on the Sunday, the day after. We did do it on the same day, but I think we were having too many things on the channel at one time. I had the pre-match and the interviews, then the Aftermath. So we've just decided, Matt has decided that he's okay with it. Yeah, we'll space it out and we'll just do the Aftermath.
I'll bully Shaun into doing it at 6 o'clock next Saturday. He's got no excuse. It's a 12:30 kickoff next week.
We're going to do the Aftermath on the day after the game from now on. But when it gets to the bad weather, though, Michael, that's when it's going to get a little bit more.
You could just do it like remotely, couldn't you? Worst case scenario.
If you could please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. It's absolutely free. It does not cost a single penny. Please, and I'll keep on banging the drum about this, but please hit the subscribe button. It's been much appreciated if you could do that. I think we're on about 3-4 at the moment. I would love to see us get to 5 before.
End of the season.
No, before Christmas I would like, but me being probably ungrateful.
Optimistic. Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to quickly read
the comments. Yeah, cheers,
right, there's one from Paul Graham who's struggling at the minute. I mean, I'm not going to say too much because it's not obviously our business really, but said, hi lads, looking forward to seeing you both. You both always put a smile on our face regardless if we win or lose. Well, thanks very much, Paul. Obviously, I've spoke to you privately. Get better soon, mate. Get mentally better soon, because it's obviously mental health is a pretty big, serious issue. But hopefully we're able to provide some, I don't know, analysis or light-hearted relief, I guess, if you want to call it that. We got, screw it, I'll read them. Pennywell Pundit says, afternoon, chaps. Yeah, he made me creased on the show with Thane the other night. Please do not try that again today. Joanne Punchin says, hi, guys. Thanks very much, Joanne. Nice seeing you. Acacia Cameron Jude says, hello, lads. David Wood, greetings from Thailand. Morgan Pickford, Gray, Scouser, says, good afternoon, lads. I'm not going to try a Scouse accent again, I promise. Joanne Punchin says, hey, Dave. Liam says, yes, the main lad's on camera. David Wood, I promise not to swear. I promise not to, somewhat. Casey says, how's the suit with Michael Bowers and Shaun? Doing all right. David Wood's obviously just chatting up Joanne as usual. Sorry if David Punchin's watching. Steve Ush says, all right, lads, 3 points, clean sheet, wasn't pretty, job done. There you go. Just try and sum up your comments.
So you start the comments. Like you see it, I've just retweeted it there on Twitter, so if anybody's on Twitter or whatever, Instagram, Facebook, I'm not on any of the social medias really. Facebook, I don't do Facebook or Instagram, just Twitter is enough for me. But if you could just give
so antisocial.
Give us a share. No, Twitter's enough for me, Michael.
Yeah, to be fair, Twitter at the worst of times can be a bit annoying. Yeah,
but all right, Michael, anyway, onto the game yesterday. The journey down Staffordshire was a great journey down. Let's be honest, journey down.
Dave Watson provided the entertainment, didn't he?
He always does. DJ Sizzler always gives us the entertaining jokes, etc. But the drive down was great. 3 hours there, 3 hours back. Onto the game, Michael. The team selection. First of all, I think it was no surprise with the team selection. I think obviously with Dan Neil being suspended, it's Matete come straight in. And
that was the only change from
that was the only
Sheffield United
from the Sheffield United game, yeah. But onto the game, Michael. It was a nervy game in the first half. I just want you to obviously talk through the first, I think 15-20 minutes. I think it was for me. I think it was a little bit a case of backs against the wall a little bit. They threw everything at us. I think even the kitchen sink and the lot. But I think we were resilient. We showed a lot of fight, a lot of determination. We withstood that. I believe. I think in defence, I thought Danny Batt was absolutely brilliant. Cleared everything. He was there. Every cross coming in, he was clearing it. Dennis Serkin, who I've given a lot, criticism, not so much criticism. I said I was on the fence, unsure. I thought he was brilliant. Didn't really put a foot wrong. I'm speaking about the defenders here because obviously we kept a clean sheet, which I'm sure you'll come on to.
The eyebrows say it all.
But Luke O'Nien was at the back. I think we were talking about this on the way back. I think Luke O'Nien I didn't think he'd done too bad, but I think he was getting a little bit out-muscled.
Liam Diat was causing him
Liam
problems,
Diat was.
thought.
And what's the other one? Jacob? Was it the other
Jacob
strike?
Brown.
Yeah, Jacob Brown. He was the other one that was, I think it was a little bit physical for him, and I think O'Neill was struggling. He got the yellow card, and I think at that point, we had about 3 or 4 on yellows, and I was thinking, you know.
And conveniently, Stoke barely got any bookings, which was.
Yeah,
we'll not get onto the referee because we know how rubbish they are in this league.
But I think the Stoke fans as well. At the end of the Stoke fans was annoyed with the referee as well. But I think, to be fair, he didn't have a great game. But look, going back to the game, I thought, you know.
Well, should we go through the first half?
Yeah. Well, first half, I think we were, like you see, we defended well. To be fair, we kept them at a minimum, really. That they had a couple of shots. There was a couple of nervy moments, maybe. Bodies on the line, like stopping shots, this, that, and the other. Patterson made a couple of solid saves. I wouldn't say really good saves in the first half. I think he did in the second, but like you said, we're talking about the first. But the goal for me, I mean, I've just seen it back there. The ball from Jack Clark. Jesus. When he had the ball at that time, I went, Clark, keep it simple, keep it simple. He just come inside, and then obviously he hit the ball. It was a long right foot ball to Ross Stewart. He ran onto it, and obviously way back at the end, it was great how we controlled it, ran into the ball, and it was a great finish. I didn't realise the keeper.
For a second, I thought he hadn't scored. I thought the keeper saved it, and it went out like, you know how you got those little stands that hold the netting up together. I thought it would have bounced off that and hit the side netting.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, it's a goal!
I was like, he said it was like a delay of reaction when the score, but it was like, you see it. I always see about Ross Stewart in this division. He might only get one chance in a game, and he did get that chance and he took it. And I've written Stewart off when he was in League One. He scored 25, 26 goals. I've written him off this season again. I said, I'm not. He's got.
Right, hoping Sean's learned his lesson. Like fans, don't write players off too quickly.
He's got great determination and he's fighting. He put the graft in, and I think that AFL 72 put a tweet out. I don't know if you'd seen it.
It was Ross Stewart being the best,
most complete striker.
One of them, anyway.
In the championship, he's definitely up there. But look, I'll keep on seeing this. I don't think he'll get 20 goals, but he's already scored. How many? Is it 3 now?
In 5.
Yeah.
I don't think he will either. I think if you get between 10 and 15, I've said this before, if you get between 10 and 15, I think he's done well. But I'll tell you what, if he keeps this rate up, why not?
But Michael, just for your expertise, I want to analyse the first half. I just want to read the comments.
Pennywell Pundit says Sean would love Max Power back.
Yeah, we're up there, Michael, with the comments. Where we're up there, Michael?
I'll find it.
How does that keep people involved?
It was just up to here with David Wood, 3.4k subs. So there you go.
All right. I'll just that one there.
So it's Facebook user. That's the bit we were up to.
Steve Usher, because I think
I read that one.
He's a great lad. Him and Giles, he's got a great
show, lads.
He's doing really well. Like,
very entertaining. I must admit.
Watch them all the time, and go and subscribe to Giles and Steve. Great channel. Great lads. Very knowledgeable and a great crack as well. Love those two guys. Respect to you. Like David Wood, 3.4 subscribers. Acacia would be happy with the result. Liam, SEFC. Sunderland, keep clean sheets. We'll smash this league. Yep. All right. Morgan Pickford's in there. David always provides.
Morgan's heard enough of Dave's banter.
Geordie 29. Doing it, lads. I was very impressed with Cirkin. He's proved, he proved really well.
Hang on, has he spelled circuit like circuit as in the food? Gherkin, sorry.
He spelled it wrong.
Gherkin.
Mad Macham's Acacia will be happy with the result.
I was.
Bolton. Joanne Punchin, great result yesterday. It certainly was, Joanne. Thanks for.
I've got an issue with Joanne though. Turning a chick flick on when Sunderland's playing. Come on, woman, have a word with yourself.
She was watching that as an Obsession. It's a film on Amazon Prime. It's a great film.
Oh, I thought she said chick flick. Okay.
No, it was.
You said it was a thriller, didn't you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Definitely not the same genre.
Anthony, how do you spell that name?
Anthony Clarhan. Anthony, sorry mate, please tell us how you pronounce that because we'll just make look like complete tits.
Love that top Sean, I think she means. Show some love, guys. Hit that like button. Yep, hit that like button, please. The Pennywell Pundit, I still think, regardless of his effort on 09, scares the
out of me with his fouls.
Okay. Love that top. I've read that out. She said it twice, I think. Kish, come and Jude. I mean, I'll be speaking to you on Saturday. Yeah, come along to the Fans Museum. That's where we will be every home game pretty much along there. So come along there, please.
Malcolm says Bolton nil, Chef Wed 2, music to Acacia's ears.
Yeah.
and Dave's after my job. Sorry, I'm taking over from Sean.
That's all right, pal.
Go a bit back up. I think it was.
Shut up, Michael. Yeah,
No, you can say that all you want, but it's not
right.
working.
Anyway, we've caught with the comments. Right, I'll just get in the middle of the camera.
Kids, I knew you.
Michael, go through that first half in your expertise. Where I'm sure you can sum it up in a few minutes from start to finish.
The end. I have to talk longer, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Your time now. Your time.
Do you know what? Right.
Go.
One of the. Did you watch Alex Neil's interview after the game?
No, because you were listening on the way back and
I had your headphones in. Yeah. So I'd have. Hey, Sean, look at this, man. We love Alex Neil, but you won't listen to his interview, man. I know because you wanted to get back and watch the fight, didn't you? Alex Neil made a point that I actually didn't consider when I was talking about it. I said that in the first half, I thought going forwards was Sunderland's worst performance so far this season, up until maybe the first 35 minutes. But one thing I hadn't considered that Alex Neil pointed out was the game on Wednesday against Sheffield United, when we were down to 10 men for an hour and we're away at a team that, I told you on the way back, only conceded something like 6 or 7 goals at home this calendar year. Yeah. That will have took a hell of a lot out of the play. Bearing in mind, we played on Wednesday, 2 days, then Stoke on Saturday, both away from home. Stoke had 2 games. Stoke played on Wednesday as well, but that was they were at home both games.
So they didn't have to travel.
So I do think that would have impacted. I think Alex Neil was right. I think we looked very leggy first half. I think first half to some degree we were lucky not to be behind, because I think Stoke obviously had more authority and dominance in the first half. You want to call it dominance, I suppose. Yeah. But at the end of the day, when that ball goes through with Ross Stewart, I thought that's a good time to score, because regardless of the performance, with the atmosphere of what it is like at Stoke at the moment, I thought, that could turn the game nasty for them. Yeah. And we'll get on second half later. I know I've just contradicted my own rule there. But first half, I did think we were lucky to go ahead. But at the end of the day, that did help.
We've had no luck.
Exactly. We don't go out. We should have been.
I think Steve said that in the comments. Steve, what she said there, we've had any luck, and then we'll look at any luck comes our way.
QPR game's proof of that. QPR game's proof of that. Yeah. We came out of that. Should we have won yesterday? First half we shouldn't have been ahead, but we should have won 2-3-0 against QPR. We didn't.
Yep, exactly.
So it comes in roundabouts, I suppose. But first half, I did think 09 was shaky at the back, mind. I must admit, I did think Liam Diak gave him quite a few problems. I thought Jay Matete couldn't get any authority on the game as much as he would have liked to, because I thought he was very good against Sheffield United, to be fair.
He was,
when he came on.
He was brilliant.
I don't know. Maybe it's the case that it's just Matete, and you could have one of Matete or Embleton with Evans, but I don't think you can have Matete and Embleton in the same team. Not in that system that Alex Neil likes to play, the 3-5. 3-4-1. Well, 3-4-1-2 pretty much. Either way. Yeah. But first half wasn't great, and I did think I would have took being a draw at half time. You know, like when
I'd have been happy going
I'll just tell to take being level here. And hopefully Alex Neil gets into them a bit. But
I put a tweet out saying that it was a smash and grab moment. I mean, the way we scored, because he had all the possession, backs against the wall. We were defending, but we were resilient. We kept them. We kept it. At 0-0, and then we took our chance. Didn't we? It's probably been a sickening blow for them. I mean, it's been devastating.
But remember, according to Stoke's commentator, they should be beating teams like Sunderland 2-3-0.
I don't know. Some of them commentary.
I must admit, right? I'll have my piece on this, right? Because this season, because our expectation is realistically, I think my expectation is to consolidate. I've got no problem with Stoke expecting to beat Sunderland at home. I've got no issue with that, because I've said that people called us arrogant for saying we expect to beat teams in League One. Yeah. When truthfully, that's a load of you know what. I'm trying very hard. That's a load of rubbish. It's a load of garbage. Yeah. And I had no problem with Stoke saying they expect to beat us. I disagree when they say they should be expecting to beat us 2-3-0, because I think in a couple of seasons' time, where they want to be, we should be. We should be up there in a few seasons, in 2-3 seasons' time. There's no we should be competing to go up, really. So, and I think, but down the line, I want teams to not view Sunderland just as a promoted team and view, this is going to be a tough game, this, especially coming up here. But point is, that Stoke commentator was made to look like a bit of an idiot after the game, which was very satisfying. Yeah. But it's funny though, because Middlesbrough went there earlier in the week and dominated them apparently, and yet couldn't get a win. Yeah. And yet we didn't do as much going forward as what they probably would have done, and yet we get 3 points.
We'll talk about the second half, Michael, in a minute. I just want to obviously go back to the live chat and try and keep people involved.
Oh, DJ's in there. Of course he is.
His sister's in there.
There's kids nearby, so I'll definitely not read some of his content.
People
that would be not appropriate.
Try and keep it. And just read the comments out. Like you say, please hit that like button if you wouldn't mind. I'm not going to see you subscribe, because as I was saying to Michael, I keep on seeing it, and I don't want to beg.
It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost a penny.
I don't want to beg people to subscribe. We'd love to get a 5K before Christmas, but you know,
there's no harm in aiming for it.
Yeah, it's
you're going to get fans of other championship clubs watching. To be
yeah,
fair,
yeah.
I think as well.
DJ Sizzler is in the house. Hello, Saint and Greaves. He says. Dave's jokes are phenomenal. I will let you off, my friend, says Joanne. I don't know who you're talking to, probably. Sean, would you love Max Power back? Do you know what? Ironically, right, I was thinking about this morning, and I was thinking about Michael as well. When I was in bed, when I was in bed actually.
What's this?
No, about Max Power. I was thinking.
You're thinking about Max Power in bed?
If Alex Neil was the manager with Max Power, I would have been interested in that. Because I always see a good manager.
Hang on, did I hear that right, John? Did you say Max Power? You're thinking about Max Power in bed?
I was thinking about you in bed as well.
Bye.
in a nice way, Michael. In a nice way.
That doesn't help.
I was thinking about you with the Max Power thing. David Wood says, just trying to rouse the troops, says Joanne. Eddie Bama says, Clark Sean, why Spurs paid the big buck for him.
Completely agree with that.
Yeah. I've said it was a one show
about
Clark.
I said with Jack Clark that because he's been around on loan so much the last few years, if you give him a proper home, which we have done, you will see the better of Jack Clark. And so far, he's proved it.
He's been brilliant.
He's improved defensively.
He does.
But in general, I think going forward, I think he's looked really promising.
Adam French.
And the assist he got yesterday was great.
Yeah, Adam French. Oh, it was brilliant ball. Brilliant. Look, pick up that. Hello, lads from America, says Adam French. Great show as always. Wow, keep amazing. It going.
What's Joanne said there? I watched a chick flick, then Obsession. Not good enough. You need to watch the game, Joanne.
That's the
not good. I'm sorry, not having that.
A bit good that I can't make it on Saturday against Norwich, but I'll be tuning in from the train.
To be fair, at least you'll be able to watch it though, because it's on Sky, isn't it?
Yeah. So. And I haven't got a cameraman for Saturday for that game. I've just thought about that now.
I'll just bully Paul into doing it for you. I'm sure Paul will love it.
Joanne Puncheon says, "I'm going to Acacia as they're just talking to each other. Don't forget to give 2 fingers up for the mags."
All I'm going to say is sete.
That was a great show, says Marion Trells.
Thanks very
Alex
much,
Neil is just amazing. Yep, he's a class act.
I've got a really horrible question for you, Sean, after this.
Oh, God, no, please. DJ says, we must give a lot of credit to Patterson.
Agreed.
Good shout there.
Criticism he got from the other
Another one. I was on the fence with Patterson, but he's shut me up at the moment.
Hopefully, long may that continue.
Just the Red and White Army podcast says Patterson deserves a lot of credit. Evans changed the game setting off. We'll come to that in a minute because I was going to come to that. I was setting off.
In summary, I agree with that statement.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you what then. Hang on. So Casey's just going. Sirkin did absolutely fantastic yesterday, and that goal from Loch Ness Drogba was absolutely he scored better goals than that. The keeper arguably should have saved it, but you take it.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll come to that as well. I'll read it out quickly, but the van, is it Paul?
All I'm going to say is, what the van heck is David talking about?
There you go. So it was amazing to the Red and White Army podcast. I'm not sure. I think that's Bradley.
John says, I will be the camera person.
I think that's Bradley. Is that Bradley Young? Who used to be on the Fans TV? I think it's, the Red and
yes,
White.
That's him.
I think that's his
Bradley
channel.
Young, I think.
All right, Bradley, hope you're doing all right, pal. Good luck with your channel and keep.
He calls.
Keep doing it.
Dave says, yes, you have. I'll do the camera. Oh, yeah, Dave's offering to be the cameraman.
Dave's.
Guys, who do you want to be the camera person? Do you want Dave, who's going to be making inappropriate jokes, or do you want Joanne, who's probably going to be hammered on Peroni? Sorry, Joanne.
I'll stick with Dave because Joanne will be probably
a bit plastered.
A
bit plastered.
As I did message you about the other day, so the Keisha Cam and Joe fighting over the camera. Yeah. Lauren Kenny's in there. Right, anyway.
Speaking of fighting over camera, I'm pretty sure that Patrick Roberts is eye candy for Lauren.
So up the deal with the let's get back in the middle.
Sorry, Lauren, not really.
Right, back of the game. Yesterday down there, the Bet 365. Steve Michael, anyway, about the Bet 365. The ground itself, I've been a couple of times on the coach for the first time I've drove down. What do you make of the ground? I think it's a really nice ground. Nice.
Well, first of all, I'm going to call Joanne out on something that she said. I'm not drinking. That's a load of lies. Joanne's lovely. She shows a great unwavering support. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Right, the stadium. It's all right. I mean, I went in 2016 when Defoe scored. We were told you this walking down to the ground before the game yesterday. I went down when Defoe scored the last-minute penalty when some moron decided to convince us that Newcastle had dropped points against Palace to keep us out the bottom 3. Don't do that because it is a not very nice move. Don't be like that person.
He's trying to swear there he was, but
it might happen. So just to warn you, there might be possible bad language.
If we do swear, if Michael does swear, for you as a little rant, we don't. If there's any kids watching, we apologise.
Or there's any kids walking around.
But I'm sure Bob Stoke was is all right with this one.
So Bob, what do you think then? Joanne not drinking's a load of you know what?
Yeah.
There you go. God rest his soul, obviously. Great legend.
Legend.
But in general, there was a point that was made. The stadium's all right though. I said to you, it's much better not visiting Exeter or Forest Green or Port Vale.
Peterborough was a bad ground. I thought Peterborough was really bad. Have you been?
I've not been to Peterborough.
Oh Jesus, that was a bad ground.
But to be fair, Peterborough at least are a team that's up there. So, but I know what you mean. You went. Was it when we lost 3-0?
3-0, aye.
When Marcus Maddison.
Madison scored that free kick.
Yeah. Oh, 2.5 million. Yeah.
That was a bad deal.
It's just weird how Marcus Madison's really dropped off
recently,
the last couple of years. But anyway, that's not the point. I know I'm going off topic again. What a surprise. Stoke is actually not a bad ground. That's the second time I've been. And again, but the point I was going to make was it's so much better than visiting the tin pot stadiums that we've been visiting.
No,
and,
I agree.
Look at like a couple of weeks ago, like I think it was like 2 weeks ago, Ipswich went to Forest Green Rovers, and you're like, oh God, I'm so glad we're not playing them in the league.
Joey, imagine playing Joey Barton because he hates us, doesn't he?
Bristol Rovers isn't a bad ground. I would say that Memorial Stadium isn't a bad stadium, but yeah, it's like Joey Barton go, well, Sunderland are celebrating and I like
a World Cup final,
Bristol Rovers like a league, like they won the World Cup final, and I'm just going to try and antagonize Sunderland fans rather than take away from the fact my team was absolutely rubbish and they scored a 1-minute tap in.
Do you remember when he thinking that about he said we drenched the pitch as well. He says Sunderland.
He comes out with some
silly also drenched the pitch because they knew that was
some right rubbish, doesn't
little old Fleetwood can play football, so they drenched the pitch.
Which if anything is insulting to his own team. But anyway, the point is, well, I wasn't talking about Joy Barton. Sean brought that up. But
sorry,
imagine we get Bristol Rovers in the FA Cup.
Oh God,
and they knock us out.
Please no.
Hey, Sean, drive down to Bristol Rovers in January in the FA Cup round.
That's a trek. Bristol is a trek.
Hey, we did Bristol City. Why not Bristol Rovers? But anyway, point stands that it's much better visiting teams like Stoke. Because Stoke, despite the fact that I disagreed with the comment that they should be beating us 2-3-0, they are an established championship side, and you obviously know that. Marion Shaw says, Michael, that's great. Fair enough. My Scouse accent's hit or miss at best. But visiting Stoke's much better. It's miles better. And I went to Sheffield United in the week. And again, and you just look at Bramall Lane, you think this is so much more like the type of stadiums we should be visiting. Not Forest Green Rovers or Accrington Stanley or whatever else it is. No disrespect to those teams because they've done brilliantly to be in League One, but that's not. But from our perspective, it was embarrassing to be playing them in league fixtures. That's nothing against them. It's just our expectations. That's all. But the stadium's all right. And I want to go to a comment. I can't remember who it was that said it, and I'm too lazy to go back. So whoever it was that said the comment, please mention it again. Adam French, Joey Farton. hang on. But anyway, there was the comment that Evans and I think it was substitution of Wright and Evans because they came on at the same time, didn't they? They helped change the game because I felt we lacked control in the first half. I might as well segue into the second and do your job for you. Start the second half. I think Evans coming on just slowed it down, just made sure it was calm. There was a calming influence for me. When I was going
to say one thing. I'll just mention it. I said to DJ Sizzler.
Is this about my boyfriend Bailey Wright?
No. I said to DJ Sizzler. I said to Dave. I went at half time. I says, Dave, this is like this seems like daylight Robbie will take it. I went, there's no way this game's going to finish 1-0. You do know that, don't you? And it's absolutely not a chance in the world.
Where's the SpongeBob SquarePants? 1 hour later.
There's no way it's going to finish 1-0. But at that point, though,
I didn't see it finishing 1-0.
At that point, at half time, you think about the Sunderland fans. I went downstairs. I went to the toilet, and then they were celebrating. It was great.
It was going mental. But even I was saying to the person next to me, I was like, we were poor first half, in my opinion.
But we'll take a look. Again, when it comes your way, you take it.
We had a goalkeeper score against us 8 days ago, so I think we'll take that.
Exactly. But like you say, at half time, you think Alex Neil will look at it because I think he's got a great. He assesses the game.
He's got good foresight, hasn't he? And this one of the things, like I know that Sean defended him, but like you look at Phil Parkinson, but he's someone who's like very reactive. A lot of managers are, to be fair. It's not just Phil Parkinson. It's not fair to dig him out specifically, but there's a lot of managers that just wait a bit longer, and then the game's done. And the game's too late. It's too late by the time they change things. Alex Neil saw that, and actually, I looked at. I think it was Corey Evans and Bailey Wright at half time when the substitutes were training on the pitch. They ran into the tunnel, and I thought, right, they're both coming on here. I noticed that straight away. And when they both came on, I thought, right, good. He spotted that was still, despite the fact we're ahead, doesn't change the fact that in the first half we barely affected the game. And with those two coming on, I felt we looked much more assured.
Has he, at that half time point?
Is Alex Neil the god? His knees, yes.
Wait, we love him. We love Alex Neil.
That was a horrible question. Which Scottish person do you love more, Ross Stewart or Alex Neil?
Alex Neil, he's bought the.
Love you, Ross Stewart.
No matter what happens, me and Mike were talking about this. No matter what happens, Alex Neil, I think
he's always going to have credit in the bank for ending our league.
He'll get us back to the Premier League, whether it's this season, next season. He'll get us back eventually.
Yeah.
Alex Neil will always have a place in my heart because he got us out of the division, what we should never have been in. Yeah, he got us out of that league.
Awful league.
I think he'll always have that in him when it happens. When he gets to the Premier League and he gets it's in the top half and it doesn't go very well and he leaves or whatever.
At least he's given us the chance to progress as a club.
Give us a platform to get our club, this great club, which we are, to back on the right foot. I love him for that. And
exactly. And I love the fact that Alex Neil was just came in and just got the job done last year, which 3 previous managers failed to do.
Going back to the game, Michael, at half time. Sorry, the yellow cards I think played a point. I think he looked at it, Alex Neil, and like we went 1-0 up. He must have been absolutely ecstatic. He must have been over the moon with that.
But what I liked is that he didn't change what needed to be done.
Yeah, he didn't. And I think the final moment for me, and I think it was brilliant what he did. I mean, Corey Evans was on the bench, so he mustn't have been fit enough to maybe do the full 90 minutes. But he didn't
look like he wasn't for the second half, mind. I mean, probably because he could do 45 minutes, but he looked good second half.
But I think just going with the yellow cards, we had Clark on the yellow. I think at that point we had O'Nien. Which was he looked a bit Matetia. I think. Do you think he's looked at it and went, Matetia wasn't getting a foothold in the game. He was losing all the battles.
O'Nien was getting a bit bullied.
O'Nien was getting bullied.
And not to mention, we know what O'Nien's like. He's someone who likes to really get stuck in. So you think, right, okay, get these off before they're sent off.
That's what I was about to come to. Do you think he's looked at it and went, one of these are going to get sent off? I don't make a change now.
Yes.
And then bear in mind, they're sending off in midweek. Dan Neil. Look at Dan Neil. He's a great player. He'll bounce back from that.
Just to clarify, apparently the ban for Dan Neil might be a 1-game ban. So I think please somebody correct me in the comments if that's wrong. But I think he could be back for Norwich.
Look at Dan Neil. He's a local lad, and he'll be hurt by that.
That's one mistake.
One mistake.
We know his quality.
And when this season we'll need Dan Neil, I think he could be huge for us this season.
Hopefully he'll learn from that.
Yeah, he will learn. But going back to the game, Michael, the second half, the changes he made, the 2 changes, Matetia come on for Corey Evans. Corey Evans coming from
O'Nien and Matetia for Evans and Wright. Yeah.
And Corey Evans. That's when they come to Corey Evans because he splits a lot of the fans' opinions. But for me, he just seems to get better and better every time I watch him. He's so calm and he just calms the game down loads, doesn't he? And I think at that point we were losing the battle. When he come in the second half, we just got a grip of it, didn't we? We've got a grip of the second half. If
we were getting the first ball, we were getting that. If we weren't getting the first ball, we get the second ball. We were just keeping the ball much better. We weren't giving, because in the first half we kept surrendering possession time after time after time, and in the second half that became much more of a rarity as it went on. And I felt that we just managed to get a nice bit of influence. Cheers. Do you want to have a cig of it?
I got a drink, man. Cheers, bud. There you go.
But anyway,
no Diet Coke break. It was just a normal Coke break.
Oh yeah, no normal Coke break. But anyway, normal Coke. You fancy sponsoring Fans React? That'd be nice. get us a bunch of money. No. But you're right, though. I think that we just started to look much calmer. And I'll ask you this now, right? Because I think this is a testament how well not only we defended, but controlled the game and pressed from and could defend it from midfield more than anything.
Yeah.
Dwight Gale had a chance in the second half that he should have scored. For me,
he did. I seen the replay back with that. Yeah. It was a good ball in.
Maybe
it just didn't come down.
Maybe he just couldn't get the connection on the ball. Thankfully, thankfully. And also, and like I said on the way back, to that Newcastle fan who said your mission is to silence the Mackhams and send them down to planet Earth. Didn't happen. But
honestly, at the other end, when the ball come in, it fell at Dwight Gale.
I did think.
It was gone. But looking at the replay, I must see as well in the Best 365, they've got a big screen in one corner and in the other. I think that's brilliant.
So we could see.
I think it's brilliant. I think they should maybe try and do that the same. I think it'll be a good. If you could do it somewhere, I think it'd be great. The big screens and.
Well, you've got the 2 billboards at the top of the stadium, so you could easily do it that way.
But it's kind of come down money, but
I suppose. But the point I was going to ask was. This is a testament to how well we did second half. Aside from that chance, which was the one they should have scored, name me a good chance Stoke had second half.
I couldn't, honestly, up until the 85th minute, which I left on the 85th minute. Now, I didn't even want to leave because I've got to set the equipment up, and I was bite me nails. And Ozzy, if Ozzy's watching, who I done the interview with, I was with him outside. We were walking around. I was like that. I was like walking back. I was like,
you were just going.
I couldn't keep still.
Still 1-0.
I couldn't keep still. The police outside must have think, what's he doing?
Yeah.
But no.
You sound like Paul when Paul goes, what's he doing?
I was like a nervous wreck. But going back to what you said, Michael, about the chance, I couldn't recall apart from that chance. I was a half chance as well, to be fair, because I think Danny Batt was closing in him. I think was it Danny Batt was closing?
Maybe he forced him to go off target. But the point I was going to make was most of their efforts in the second half were long range or hopeful distance shots, weren't they?
Yeah.
Ones that weren't really troubling Patterson. And to be fair, the last 10 minutes, you didn't miss much. Obviously, when you're in the moment and you're in the...
I was stressed outside.
Yeah, exactly.
I was stressed out.
I was feeling inside the stadium.
Stressed outside.
When you're in the heart of in the stadium, it doesn't feel comfortable because you're always thinking, oh God, oh great, it's going to take one knockdown, one mistake,
one little ricochet, one bad thing.
But second half, we honestly were comfortable, and that's a testament, I think, to the substitutions of Wright and Evans. I honestly feel made a big contribution in that. We talked about Corey Evans. I thought Bailey Wright had a calming influence.
He was. Look at Bailey Wright when he first come on, he got a yellow card. But I think the players were looking for the yellow cards and something, because I think he saw Billy Wright, the player turned him, and I think it was a yellow card, fair enough. But then there was the one after that, and I went, they're trying to get him sent off. They're trying to get him sent off here. You know what I mean? But I thought Billy Wright
he did well to stand up against that. And yeah. But that's you could tell it. But don't get me started on the referee, because we got basically half our players booked, and they barely got any bookings, which was annoying. But to be fair, the referee gave us some decisions that were a bit questionable, like free kicks that weren't free kicks for me. But it just goes to show the EFL need to invest in better referees. But we've said this over and over again. But honestly, second half, I just felt it was. Do
you think we're comfortable?
Yeah.
What do you think? So, do you think Corey Evans coming on in the middle just settled everything and calmed the full team, and that's what he brings?
I think that was I think that was a big influence on that. Yeah. Because and if you look at it, did well for players like Pritchard and Embleton, because if Evans is sitting back and doing the dirty roll deeper, then they can have more license to get forward, and as a result, it pushes us up the pitch, brings Stoke back in their own half, and we're under less pressure because of that. And it gave Clark more freedom. It gave who was on the other side? Gooch. It gave him Gooch, who I thought was really good, by the way. Not quite man of the match for me, but I did think Gooch was up there. But it gave them the license to go forward. It was just so much better organisation, and it just goes to prove that yesterday, were we at our scintillating best? No. Ross Stewart should have had a chance at the end, which I don't know if you've seen back on a replay.
We played much better and getting nothing. I mean, the Sheffield United game, I tell you what, them players couldn't have.
Considering the circumstance, they couldn't have given any more, could they?
If I was down there, I'd have been. Honestly, the fans are brilliant. At the end, it shows you that all the Sunderland fans want is just the players to give 100%, and that's exactly everyone. Them players was a hero on Wednesday. Even when we lost, but we showed fight, determination, and there were warriors on that pitch. And
just to point out, there's been times at this football club over the last 6-7 years where players have done anything but that. You want to look at the 2 relegation seasons when players, quite frankly, threw the towel in from an early stage. And it's so refreshing to see a team that wears its heart on its sleeve and gives everything. And not always, but sometimes that's enough. Because there is quality in the starting 11. We know we need more, and we need to get better in recruitment and get better. What's the word I'm looking for? Squad depth.
Strength and depth.
But at the end of the day, we managed to. But at the end of the second half, we weren't at our scintillating best going forward. But I didn't think at Stoke we would be, because they've got players that should be better than they are. Better than where they are in the league, I should say, or better than where they are now points wise. But we managed second half. We managed that game excellently.
Game management was brilliant.
Like I said to you, I think you probably would have gone out of the stadium at that point. But Ross Stewart had a chance. The ball was played over the top. Ross Stewart went into the box and it was basically 1-on-1. Turned his man. Took too long to shoot, and then I think it was like blocked straight away. Right. No, sorry, I'm talking rubbish here. I always do this. He turned his man, and then basically tried to finesse it, tried to place it in the bottom corner, but it just went past the post. But that was because Stoke were overcommitting going forward. But that aside, but again, we looked dangerous on the break, but our organisation was superb, and I think a large part. And again, the substitutions were a part of that, and that's what I love about Alex Neil. Like I said earlier, he doesn't rest on his laurels. He sees things. I bet you he sees things potentially happening 10 minutes before they occur.
And that's what you want. That's what you want.
Those subs for me won us that game yesterday. And that's what turned one, because I didn't think a point yesterday would have been a bad result. But
it wouldn't have been, to be fair.
That turned 1 point into a great 3 points that was needed.
But I think you've just about summed all that second half up there, Michael.
I stole all your words for you.
Just going on the individual performances and some of the players.
Don't try player ratings, because I'm not doing it. I've just come off a podcast where I've had to do player ratings, and I absolutely hate it. But go on. I don't mind going through players, though.
But obviously, going back to the players, I think Patterson, when called at one, I thought he was brilliant. And I think midweek he was brilliant. He had some brilliant saves.
Midweek he kept the score.
And I was a bit unsure. And if I see something I'm wrong or something like that, but like you say, it's a long hard season. Let's hope he can just keep.
There's still 41 games.
Just keep it up. But
there's still a lot.
I mean, he started the season relatively. Although he has conceded a few goals. I think all the goals.
Any that have been his fault.
All the goals have been sort of, yes, you couldn't really have
Well,
seen.
if you look at it, right, the Coventry goal was a great goal. Fair enough.
There's no keeper saving that.
No, exactly. That's hard. You know, the 2 Sheffield United goals,
defensive mistakes, I think.
Defensive stuff,
It was too easy, wasn't it?
QPR, one's a free kick that's very well hit. The other one's a goalkeeper, which you don't expect to score.
Yeah.
Bristol City, one goal was well worked. The other one, not his fault.
Yeah.
So there's not really that much you could. There's not really that much you could do, but I think he's coming along.
I was going to go back to the live chat, mate, and we'll go for the players. Right, all the people in the live chat, I love you to bits. Remember, like you see, I'm going to set this out there. We're trying to get the SAFC fans. We're trying to get the 5K subscribers for Christmas. Let's see. If
I know Sean's going to go. Come and get the 4K subscribers by the international break in September.
I'm going to try and get a 5K before Christmas, or even before the end of the year. I think it'll be absolutely brilliant for the channel if it would do that. So please spread the word.
Yeah.
Subscribe. It's absolutely free.
DJ Scissor Watson says this great club is the biggest in the championship. Yeah, I agree. It's not arrogant. I think it's just fact.
I'll let you read the comments.
All right, then let's have a look. Hang on. Jeez, there's a lot of comments. Thanks very much. Stoke seats are much better than ours. Well, they beat us on the Stoke.
I said that, Dave. The seats. I said, Dave, how quality of that sounded stupid. The seats were solid.
So are we saying
Stuart Donald has just painted these?
Are we saying Stoke 2, Sunderland 1 on the seats? Okay, well, that's great. Patrick Roberts' boyfriend says, "I'm back on Saturday after my holiday. Hope you had a good time, Lauren. By the way." Yep. Joanne says, "Michael has talent. Debatable.
He's a talented man."
Maybe not on impressions. Adam Fred, thanks for Joey Fart. I love that. Miss Millwall, Miss Millwall, because I'll be on the plane to Zante. Okay, and basically it's just the lasses talking to each other. Yeah. Morgan says hello, Lauren. Hang on. Adam French, watching News 2 is like watching Keys and Grey. Well, hopefully neither of us are sexist.
We're definitely not sexist. We're going to show you of that.
No.
All right.
Tricia says hi, lads. Joanne Poncher, love these two together. Great partnership. Thanks very much. Yeah. Joanne's been following us probably for 2 years. I think she seems to be a big fan of our partnership.
Two and a half, yes. Joanne, like you said, Joanne's a massive follower.
It was the very start of the lockdown season, wasn't it?
She's a massive follower of the channel, and we wouldn't be where we were without Joanne's help. Not a chance at all.
That's still incredible that she's not even really
and Joanne, the two of them, the brilliant. But like you say, Joanne,
Keisha, Joanne, Morgan, Lauren, Jordan, whoever else. It just goes to show that with Joanne especially, she's not even into football, and she likes watching us.
One big happy family, and that's
Adam French. Oh, sorry, I've just pressed that by mistake, but I'll look at it anyway. Alex Neil will go down as a legend, like Stoke and Reed if we get up to the Premier League. The owner is smart. If the owner is smart, back him for years, keep him here for a long time. Oh, you can just do it like that. Okay. Shows how much I am with StreamYard. A lot of girls can be here today cheering the best lads on. Thanks very much. Someone put, Liv says they're womanizers. Well, this guy is. I'm probably not. John says we certainly are. I did. Michael DJ says, Michael, your top should say invest in SCFC fans react. That's Coke's job, not mine. David Wood says,
all right, pal.
SCFC. All right, man. Sunderland lasses drew 1-1 at Durham. Not a bad point. They were 1-0 down as well. I saw the goal. John said, well done, the lasses. Kate says, I'm just going to put this because she says she agrees with me.
I'm putting the screen in.
I agree with Michael Gooch did yesterday as well. Yeah, thanks very much, Casey. I agree. I agree with your agreement of me. Agreeing with me. Pass the word. Please go see the ladies. Give them the support like we do the lads. I will say this now. The lasses are playing here next Saturday after the Norwich game. Because Norwich game kicks off at 12:30, and the lasses game play Birmingham at 4:00.
Yeah.
So I'm still debating whether to go, but I might end up getting myself there. Adam French says Leeds 1-up on Chelsea, although that was a while back. Jesus. Oh, here we go. Paul Graham says, loving this, lads, and thank you. Mate, pleasure. Thanks very much for watching. I love it. Love it. Man of the match, Alex Neil, lol, and the whole team. I can't top that, can I? 51 says 53 watching. Tricia, I'm happy with the way we started this season. No, I'm not. We should be on 15 points atop the league. No, we've started quite well. Ian Donaldson says, how are you, Man City? I'm sure this bloke can agree, especially. Joanne says, you're welcome. Wouldn't have it any other way. Watching you two just got me through lockdown. Yeah, we've had that comments like that really fill us with quite a lot of pride, really, because when people say, like, even when we were Fan TV or even Fan TV, I know obviously Sean has his own opinions, but me, Fan TV now, Fans React, whoever else it is, Gilesy and Steve, Mr. Jamsani.
We've got. Do you know how much Baz, and he's watching it? He put a lovely tweet out. I said like I was the best YouTuber, but look, I like to retweet it. But look,
you're one of the most popular.
I said to him, it's not. I says we've got
We've got so much
We've
variety.
got Jamsani, we've got...
You've got the 2 fan channels. You've got Hughes, you've got
Jazzy and Steve,
Jamsani,
brilliant,
yourself, Mad Mistake. Who else? There's another one in there. Thane's another one.
Yeah.
SCFC David. We've got so much variety. It's like nearly 9 or 10 YouTube
and
channels.
They all offer different
and there's other
things.
Ones Jordan as well. There's another one. Jordan.
All offer different things. I mean, he said I think he meant I was the best at doing the interviews, and I'd have to agree with him. I think that's your bread and butter. I think it must be bread and butter, and I think I am the best.
Jacob
I am the
best. Well. Helped him out yesterday.
Yeah, Jacobs does a good job, but I will be big-headed, because people obviously, Sean, you always put yourself down. I am the best at it, and it's just natural to me, and that's just thanks to people who see that, and I haven't got much competition there. I'm just going to put that out there as well. Sorry.
We'll see. Stephen Little says, well done, Durham. Lasses, a lot of people who live in Durham support Sunderland, probably where most of the support comes from. Yeah, it's a good portion of it, except filthy Durham mags. Yeah. But, we won't go into that.
Anyway, back to the game, Michael. We've had the comments up the comments.
We'll go with the play since you said something passing. You said you want to talk about Gooch, didn't you?
I was going to go through the full. Okay, then we'll start with Gooch, because look at another thing I said about Gooch. I would say a good manager can get the best out of a player who's not, maybe I should say not so good. I mean, look at Gooch under Simon Grayson.
Well, I was going to say, right, because if you look at
Coleman and the Ross and the Parkinson under Lee Johnson, couldn't do it. And you get Alex Neil, and look at Gooch now.
Look at what he's doing now.
Look at Gooch now.
For me, right, Gooch is someone who I think I've criticised quite a lot, and I do it because I can see there's a player in there. If he just learned to stop, take on his man, beat him, take him on again, beat him, take him on again, lose the ball. Learn to pass the ball. Then I just think with Gooch though, but to be fair to him, if you look at the managers he's had to work with, like David Moyes, Scottish TWAT, Simon useless Grayson, Chris Coleman, who's a married man with 6 kids, Jack 1-1 Ross, Phil Parkinson, who said that Josh Scown was a winger, Lee all attack, no defence Johnson. Some of these managers I have don't get us wrong, but Alex Neil's he's head and shoulders above a lot of them. We'll take out David Moyes. He has done a good job West Ham, but I still hate the ball. But my point was, in the managers since we've come out of the Premier League, Alex Neil's been comfortably the best of the lot.
Oh, absolutely.
And if you to be fair to Gooch, he's had inadequate managers, in my opinion, to work with.
Yeah.
Some have been all right, but some worse than others. And Alex Neil's really got the best out of him. I still believe he's not good enough as a winger, because I don't think his end product is consistently good enough to play in that position. What I will say is, yesterday, and this is one of the reasons, this highlights why I think Gooch is a perfect, if you have to play him, he's a perfect wing back or full back. I thought his defensive decision making was brilliant. I thought he knew when to go forward. He knew when to tackle. He knew when to go for it. He knew when to drop off. He knew when to clear the ball out for a throw in. He knew when to lump the ball forward just to clear the danger. And yes, there was one run he made in the second half when he lost the ball near the penalty box, and then we very nearly could have been damaged from that. But for me, Gooch defensively was outstanding. And I noticed this at the end of last season, and apart from maybe the first half at Bristol City, I think defensively this season he's generally been very good. He has, the other night. Gooch has come a long way, and if he keeps that up, long may him continue. And we know how much he cares about the club. We know how much it means to him.
I'm not going to talk about obviously Luke 19, but I thought he did all right, but he was getting a bit out-muscled, wasn't he, in some of the challenges? And I think yellow card.
And to be fair to Luke 19, he's going to be up against better players. That's just going to naturally happen. We know he gets a try.
I want to hear your opinions on Danny Batth, because for me personally, do you know what? He was honestly, I absolutely loved him. He was absolutely brilliant yesterday. He was winning everything. All the aerial duels, he was winning them. He was,
what's the word I say you love?
Unit.
He's a unit.
He's a unit
of a centre half.
And I seen there was a video on Twitter when he coming off at the end. He was like getting a round of applause of the Sunderland fans. It was brilliant when he was what, and it was against his old club as well, Michael. Against his old club, Danny Batth.
Good reception from the Stoke fans. Well, actually, there was one. You'll like this. I read this comment to you yesterday, but I'll say it here. Someone put that. Imagine letting Danny Batth go and bringing in Phil Jagielka, and there was another centre back that he doesn't rate. And he said Michael O'Neill masterclass. That to me proves that was a good piece of business.
I must say, Phil Jagielka, he had a great tan, by the way. I'll just put that out there.
Phil Jagielka is a good player, obviously, but
he's definitely made some behaving in the garden.
Yeah, but he's definitely someone who I thought, come on, this guy's 40-year-old man. Get SAS on him. Get SAS on him.
Hi. Anyway, Danny Batth. Danny Batth was brilliant.
He was quality.
Dennis Serkin, Michael. Dennis Serkin.
I'll tell you right now, he was my man of the match.
Yeah.
I think him and Danny Batth was really good. But I think Serkin, and this goes, but for me, Serkin.
Do you want us to read the commentary while you're just thinking that?
No, actually, I'm nearly done. Hold on. Right, here we go. But anyway, no, Dennis Cirkin for me, basically it's not much. I think we're just saying Leeds are 2-0 up now against Chelsea. Right. We've gone through here. Adam French, honestly, thanks for the shows. Watching you guys is great. During the lockdown, and it was pure class shows. Joanne says, you are the worst. I mean, best by far. Don't want to start any stand-up comedy. Oh, God. Want to have stand-up comedy? Go watch Joey Barton. Casey Cameron, Drew, what's your thoughts on the new signing coming this week? Jan Van Heck. What the Van Heck are you talking about, woman? Brighton are winning as well. Oh, David Moyes losing. Even better Sunday. Adam French says, if Gooch keeps playing properly, he may get into the USA squad. And Alex Neil needs to give him a lot of credit for that. Yeah. Good shout. Anyway, to answer your question, Cirkin for me was man of the match. Again, like Gooch, I thought his defender, Alex Neil said this himself. There was one occasion where a ball went over the top and he got done in behind. That sounds wrong. But you know what I mean.
I know what you mean,
He basically got done because someone ran ahead of him. But otherwise, I thought didn't get beaten all that much. He was, and I think and this is one of the reasons why I keep saying, please don't write players off too quickly, because for me, I never understood the criticism of Dennis Cirkin. I think that Dennis Cirkin, it's so nice having a full back for once, hallelujah, a full back who can actually defend. Why does every fullback these days go forward but seem to be the player version of Lee Johnson when it comes to defending, who can't defend for some bizarre reason? But regardless, Dennis Cirkin, I think, has really improved. He's come on massively. And I think in the back three, he's looking more accustomed. He's looking more at home. I think as we get more centre-backs, he might move to the left wing-back position. But I like Cirkin a lot. And for me, Cirkin was man of the match. I thought, on the whole, he was excellent.
Well, I was going to come down in a bit, you man of the match. But do you think that was definitely the system, Mike? Do you think it was a 3-4-1-2? Well,
I think it was.
3-4-3. It's just basically 3-4-3, isn't it? So you definitely think three at the back. And it was just
I thought it was, personally.
And
Jack Clark.
Jack Clark and Gooch doing the wing backs, The wing backs.
We'll go on to Jack Clark.
We'll go through the team. See it.
Okay, Jack Clark, what do you think then?
Do you know what? I think it was one of his best games. I mean, I'm picking the assist he had for the goal. I thought it was fantastic. I think he started the season really well on the front foot and going at players. I mean, yesterday I don't think he was wasn't a game where it was doing that much, because I think
in the first half none of the players did, because he couldn't really flourish that much.
Him, but I
still have my issues with him defensively. But going forward, I actually thought, and one of the things he did that was so simple, you were outside the stadium, but one of the things he did so simple, and this is going to sound quite stupid probably, but one of the things he did was just keep the ball so well in stoppage time. When, if you remember in the QPR game when we were 2-1 up, we kept on trying to go, let's do triangles. Oh no, we've lost the ball and we've conceded. Just don't do any of that. Keep hold of the damn ball. Keep hold of the ball and just make sure that Stoke couldn't get any momentum. And that helped the clock just run down. And he was great. It was a simple thing as just carrying the ball well and getting it as far to Stoke's penalty box and as far away from ours as possible. And Clark, I've always said, give him a settled home and wait and see what he does. And if he continues this so far, he's proving me right that actually Jack Clark actually is a player in there.
Obviously, Corey Evans. I mean, when I'm into Matete, I think we discussed that Matete was a little bit. He showed plenty of energy.
I'll give him that. He showed a lot of energy.
He's a little bit sloppy with the ball. Sometimes he's like that. Sometimes he coming against Sheffield United and he looked great, but then sometimes he comes on and he's just controlling.
Here's one, right? Do you think maybe in the Sheffield United game he came on and had a good game because we had nothing to lose at that point? Whereas at Stoke, we were drawing and we could have gone ahead, so we had something to lose. So maybe there was a bit more caution there. I think with Matete, he's someone that at the minute, I don't know whether he's quite got enough to cut the championship. But that's at the minute. Down the line, I think he could do. If he gets a good look, even if we loaned him out, for example, to a good League One club and get him regular minutes again, maybe needs to just bulk up a little bit and put some muscle on. Put some squidgy muscle on. Put some muscle on. Then I think he could probably be a really good player. There is something in Matete I like.
I'm scratching my brain here. I'm going, who's the four in the middle? There's one player. I'm forgetting it's Embleton. I'm going, another three centre backs, Cirkin, Danny Batt, and who's the other one?
Bailey White.
Bailey White, yeah. Then you got Clark.
The second half, it was Corey Evans, Elliot Embleton, and then it would have been Gooch.
It's Elliot Embleton, the one. That's who I'm forgetting about. But we'll come to Elliot Embleton. I thought he didn't do too bad. He was getting tackles in. He was getting sort of amongst it. And I wasn't doing much on a sort of an attacking sense. But like you see, at first half, I don't think any of the team was because we were pinned back for most of what we were in.
And I think we were leggy from the other night. But to be fair, second half, I thought Embleton was just steady. I thought he was steady, just kept the ball, ticked it over nicely, won the odd second ball here and there. So in general, I thought Embleton did all right. I think it wasn't his best game, but certainly far from his worst. I thought in the circumstances he did all right.
Yeah, but on to Corey Evans, I think we've mentioned him earlier on.
The good Corey, not Coronation Street.
Is he 31 or 32?
32, I think.
See it. Imagine if Corey Evans was a couple of years younger. As I'm keeping saying, we need a midfielder. We're going to need somebody. I think I was thinking, but we need somebody beside Corey Evans. Maybe Corey Evans can somebody beside him.
Yeah.
Sorry, like Dan Neil. I mean,
well,
what's the midfield?
I stand by with Corey Evans that I don't think he'll be able to play
every week.
2 games a week. That's where we need another midfielder.
Yeah, it'll catch up.
I'm really hoping that the ownership, the recruitment team will be able to recognise that.
Yeah.
But Corey Evans, again, I thought he was a big difference maker yesterday in just calming everything down.
Yeah.
Does what Corey Evans does.
Yeah.
And while we've got him, while he's fit, keep producing that.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I thought he was brilliant yesterday. He just brought that calmness to the team, didn't he? Brought the calmness to the team. Embleton went on that. So the last three is obviously Pritchard, Ellis Sims, and obviously Ross Stewart. We'll discuss them, and then we'll wrap it up, Michael.
Yeah, because we've been going on for 50
minutes. Yeah.
Wow. And there's still nearly 50 people watching. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Alex Pritchard.
People watch it back as well.
Yeah,
I think
I
don't take too much of he's on live because you can watch it back.
I'm still amazed there's 50 people watching after 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's down to 49, but still.
Yeah.
Right. Pritchard, again, repeat myself here. Didn't do much first half, but second half I thought was great. Like Clark was great at carrying the ball, getting it forwards, and just making sure we just got up the pitch better.
Yeah.
Just make sure we get up the pitch and just make sure that we can just keep it in Stoke's half. And I thought it wasn't his best game, obviously, but we know he's at home in the Championship.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
What about the two? What about SAS?
Oh, I mean, Sims and Stewart.
We'll go on to Sims first.
Sims, do you know what? Sims got himself about again yesterday. He had a couple of chances where there was a ball over the top. He turned.
Yes, I know which one you mean.
He pulled back onto his right, and he just hit it.
I think couldn't quite.
But he done well. And I mean, there's the one where
wasn't there one when he assisted a shot for Embleton?
Aye.
And Embleton shot wide, and I'm like,
first off,
no,
he got the ball down the right hand side. He turned back.
That's the second half I was talking about.
Oh no, there's one the first half.
Oh no, I know which one you mean. Down the right hand side.
He done well.
And he hit the side net, didn't he?
No, he got the ball and he pulled it back for Embleton. Embleton was on his wrong side, on his right foot. Yeah. If it was on his left, I think Embleton might have scored. I think that was second half, that one. But you're on about, mate?
Yeah, no, mate. The one I'm on about is the second half one with Embleton. But there was one in the first half where Sims had a shot on the right hand side that hit the side netting, I think.
Yeah.
So regardless, but again, oh my God, I've just told me, mate, I'm still here and he keeps ringing.
To see you.
Yeah, hang on, bear with us. But anyway, no, like there was Sims, I think obviously couldn't have his most effective game, but in general, I think as it grew on, I tell you what, I didn't realise with Sims, he's a strong bugger, isn't he?
He's a strong lad.
There was times he was holding off at least two Stoke players.
Do you know what I like about them? The connection between them, where if one goes like one goes one side, one goes the other, and they've got that thing where they seem to know where they both are. And I think there could be a really good strike partnership formed with them this season.
Do you remember my outlandish statement when I said that if they continue this up, Stewart and Sims is the best strike partnership outside the top six.
And that's pray to God,
the top six.
Pray to God, right? Pray to God that they keep fit. That's the only worry about. Yeah. Just keeping these players fit. The problem, That's the issue. But
as of right now, Sims is doing really well. Like I said, there was times when he was holding off a couple of players at once, and he's just, oh my God. Again, this is why I don't agree with the stick the recruitment team gets. They spotted Ellis Sims and made that signing, and he's proven to be really good. Yes, there's going to be games where he's going to be ineffective, but in general, I think that there's just Ellis Sims has got such quality, especially for a young lad.
So look, we went through the team there. I think
apart from Sir Ross Stewart.
Oh, did we see Pritchard? Didn't we? We've done Pritchard.
Done Sims. So Ross Stewart's the only one left.
Ross Stewart, I'll let you.
Got the match winner, didn't he? Again, he just shows how important he is to the team and shows how
puts in, man.
The graft he puts in, and not just that. And both him and Sims have got 3 goals each.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Season. So again, it's all about if we keep these guys fit, we're going to be scoring goals. And I think Ross Stewart, there was doubts before the start of the season. I personally didn't have any, but a lot of people were doubting the saying Ross Stewart might not be good enough for the Championship. I said that, man. I was trying not to mention you, it'd be nice, but no, it's not just you. To be fair, there was quite a number of Sunderland fans that were questioning it. But
I love his graft. though. I love his graft, and I said, that's one thing I never commented. He tries his best all the time. I just wasn't sure about his finishing, but he scored 3.
But so far, if this is anything to go by, he's more than welcome. He's more than handy. And the EFL 72 account that said complete striker is the perfect word for him.
Yeah, that's a good summary of him. That really, to be fair. Yeah.
So all I'm going to say is Ross Stewart, complete striker. What a Scottish man. What a boy.
Instead of a Scottish B.
Scottish B. He's Scottish B. Alex Neil's Scottish man.
We'll just I'll just
Go
read,
for it.
I'll read some of the comments and we'll just finish. That's fine. We'll do 5 moments. We'll do it now and then we'll
Try and get to an hour. Go on, let's get to an hour.
We'll get to
Keep
an hour,
liking,
yeah.
guys. Keep like the stream.
Yeah. If Good keeps playing properly, might get into the USC team, says Adam French. I think we're up to the date with the.
More or less.
Yeah, I think we are. With dear.
Joanne says, hang on. Oh, he's like, 5 years ago, Cooch couldn't get into Thornhill starting 11. Great to see Barney playing like a true footballer. I'm just going to put this up because I love it. Joanne says, love these guys. Defo bromance between you two. Yeah. It depends on what more bromance with him or Jam Sandwich.
On the screens.
Go on then. Why not?
Just scroll up.
There we go. And hang on.
There's the one there. You went past the one at the Pennywell Pundit.
Oh God! He says it'll be Thane ringing you, Michael. You want them to moan about something. Well, speaking of Thane, he's right here. You're all right, lads. James Will, things all coming up Millhouse.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm thick, but I don't know what he's talking about.
Starting headache, mate. I've had it all day.
God, fair enough. Why? Is it because you stood up all night on energy drinks watching the fight?
No, I don't know.
Apparently, it went to 8 rounds. Okay, says absolutely love the live streams of you two. Honestly, Sean and Michael, you do an absolutely amazing job.
Yeah,
Paul Graham, I agree, Case. Yeah,
but it's like you see about the aftermath. We'll be doing try to do it every Sunday. Michael mightn't be available on every Sunday.
Not every Sunday I won't be, but I'd like to think about majority of Sundays. I'd
like to see about just on Michael really, and if we can.
I mean, you're entertaining. If you can just go, well, up here, CSC fans react. I'm Sean Middleton, and today I'm going to be talking for an hour
by myself.
By myself. I was like, staying alive.
I'll just talk to Bob Stoke.
So, Bob, how great was yesterday? Are we going top of the league? Yeah. Penny O'Punter says, has Stuart rejected a new contract? No. I think apparently we're still in talks to sign him, but I'll say this right now: I don't think Stuart's contract will be sorted until after the window shuts.
Yeah.
Which I think is fair enough. You need to be concentrating now.
Anyway, Michael, there's 5 games in now, right? 5 games. Look at the season, the start. I'm not going to get about what ifs because look at that's just
you're talking about what if the free kicking goalkeeper hadn't scored against Cuba?
What if Dan Neil never gets? I think we're just.
I said this to you in the car on the way back. I'm sorry I interrupted. I know. On the way back, before Coventry, right before we go into that stadium against Coventry, you're offered 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss, and you know that the loss is down to 10 men at Sheffield United.
You would take it.
You would absolutely take it.
Absolutely. And within 5 games on Saturday, we've got a chance of going top of the championship if we beat
Norwich, which by the way will be the toughest game so far. Certainly toughest home game. The next thing we need to do, because we've won 2 games away from home, is that we absolutely need to win at home now. We need to get a first home win on the board. Don't quite see it coming against Norwich, but this bloke's optimistic. He thinks it might. To be fair, Norwich have won their last 2, and I watched them on Friday night against Millwall and absolutely thoroughly deserved the win. It should have been more. Yeah. Josh Sargent's in good form. He scored 3 in his last 2. However,
I think
but up here, I'd like to think Norwich are going to find it a lot tougher than what the last couple of games.
I think a shout out to the Baz as well. Who obviously supports us on Twitter as well. The Baz,
very supportive.
I think he said as well. I'm sure he said at the start of the season that he thought Sunderland could fight for a promotion, and I was of that opinion. But
there is a long way to go, though.
No, there's still 4 weeks. Sorry, there's
4 weeks of the season left.
No, there's 9.
If the season ended now, you'd be delighted, though, wouldn't you?
No, that was 4 weeks. I meant to say that was 4 weeks ago when I was assessing about. I said I think we're finishing the top 6, but I was judging that on Speakman getting the players in what we need, and I think he will. And I think we need a striker, a midfielder, because for something happens to Corby Evans.
It looks like we're going to get. Is it Van Heck this side?
He's a centre half, and he was the best player for Blackburn last season. Played for the season.
And a lot of their fans are gutted they're not going for him.
That's got to be a positive.
Which again is another example of why Speakman I think deserves more.
As I'm saying, Speakman. Look, we judge Speakman on September the 1st. I think that's what we should do. But then he has got another window in January. But the way we're doing at the moment, I think even Alex Neil says he's been knocking on the door. He can't knock anymore. He wants 4 or 5 in before the window shuts.
Camera over if he wants, just to pay damages. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I think the best thing that I would say is wait until to assess this window. For me, we should be judging it after it's shut.
September the 1st.
And wait and see what we can get. Because I'll bet you right now that the way the window is going to be so hectic the last 10 days.
Yeah.
Because, and it's not just us, a lot of championship clubs haven't done as much business either.
Yeah.
If you look at Cardiff, they signed a whole bunch of players, but who's to say they're going to gel?
Yeah.
The only criticism I would give the regime, I think there's a few free agents we could have explored and could have gone for.
Yeah.
Say buy the younger players, but sign some experienced free agents. That's one thing Thane has said that I actually do agree with him on. I do wish we'd looked at free agents a bit. Yeah. But nevertheless, I think we're just going to wait and see. And see. But like I said, we've got the one thing I will say before we wrap it up. 3 of our next 4, I said this to you last night. 3 of our next 4 games are at the stadium. We've got Norwich next Saturday. Same lie. I love the way Joel says it. And But anyway, by the way, well done to Joel on 15,000.
Oh yeah. Jam Sonny is a big shout out to him.
Yeah.
I think I said on Twitter.
I bet you on the night he was like, Joel is hammered and he is crying.
That was class. Legendary. That
was great.
Big shout out to Joel. I'm not sure he probably not be watching, but if he does watch it back or whatever, I love Joel a bit. Like I say, I love Jazzy and Steve. I love Michael. We've got some great YouTubers. We should be proud of these guys who put out the content out there and put themselves out there.
We entered League One with barely any YouTubers as much, and then now we're coming out of League One. We're in the Championship. There's just so much has happened over the last few years, YouTube-wise. But what I was going to say was we've got Norwich at home next Saturday. Yeah. Then on the Wednesday, 31st of August, we've got Rotherham at home, which is a big game. One we need to be winning, truthfully, if we can. Yeah. We've got Borough away after that, who, to be fair, Borough haven't had a good start. And then Millwall, which is going to be very tough, actually. That's going to be a very scrappy game. Sir George Honeyman coming back, by the way. But... the three of our next four are at home. We've got to be getting at least one home win in
Michael,
here.
you dodged the rate and play ratings, and you're not a fan of doing them, so we'll not do that. But the rate, what would you rate the start after 5 games?
Based off the 5 games?
Yeah, out of 10.
8 out of 10.
That's
to go with our points tally.
Yeah.
Because ultimately,
so we're definitely staying up.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. I've said this.
Staying up.
Staying up. Alex Neil, Red Army. Hey, Borough. But right, if you assess it 8 out of 10, but I do genuinely think if we get the right players, there's no reason why we can't push for a top half finish for me.
Yeah.
I know you're going to say, well, top 6 or nothing.
And I just want. I'm a bit ungrateful.
If everything goes right.
Why not? And we get the players in.
Let's say I'll assess that again. If by the end of, I think you asked me this yesterday. Yeah. If by the end of say January or by the end of February, we're in the mix for the playoffs, then you think, right, if we don't finish there, so be it. But go for it. Why not? Go for it. We're not expected to be there.
You look at it in January, and if we're in the mix in January, do you think? I mean, looking at it, Speakman,
he's starting outside. You can see the twinkle in his eyes.
And Alex Neil, if we're in that mix of promotion,
Sean, just interrupt. I can see the twinkle in your eyes here.
And I'm getting excited. I'm getting a little bit excited. I'm getting a little bit excited. But we're in that. If we're in that mix, do you think we're looking and saying, look, we should go for it? Yeah, this is a big chance.
Let's get to January first and assess where we are from there.
Yeah, and I'm probably just getting a bit. Look, I'm putting my hands up here. I said at the start of the season, I think why can we not finish in the top 6? I'm basing it as well off Luton Town. Luton had a great season last year. And they didn't spend any money. They got everything in the background done well, and they finished 6th. So why can this massive club actually not finish in around the playoffs?
Like I said, Huddersfield finished 3rd last year, and they weren't expected to. So it all depends. There's a lot that we would need to get right for that to happen for me, in my opinion. Yeah. But like I said, with 3 of the next 4 games at home, I think we need to win 1 of the next 2 just to get a nice home win, get the first home win there, and then go for it from there.
I'd like to see the club, Michael. Tie Alex Neil down to a little bit of a longer contract.
I'd like to see the club win the
because he's only on a 12-month rule, and I think if somebody needs to see a look at our.
I think something will get sorted there.
Look,
maybe by the time, say, the end of January, when the rolling contract ends, I think maybe they might say, you know what, let's give him say an 18-month contract, because then if things happen to go sour, then it's cheaper to sack him.
Yeah, I look at it in that respect. And you think if you give him a longer, it costs more money.
Exactly. So even if you give him, say, the contract for now until the end of 23-24, then maybe go for it that way. But I think Alex Neil's a huge asset. But there is a lot going right at this football club, in my opinion.
It is. It's great to be a Sunderland fan at the moment. It's just like, I mean, we've had a couple of setbacks with the QPR. I mean, I'm standing in the same spot where I was waiting outside. It was 2-0. And we're
is this the one when you went, right, so Sunderland 2, QPR 0, they've scored?
And then Morgan. Morgan says, Sean, it's 2-1.
Sean, it's 2-1. He went, delete that.
I've got a few deleted clips for the at the end of the season.
Hang on, how about the end of the season? Keep all those deleted clips and do like a bloopers, like an SFC fans react bloopers.
I'm going to do that.
Delete that.
I'm going to do like at the end of the season montage, like of army deleted things where I've like effing and this. It should be funny. Like,
just to warn you, bad language may be occurring.
But anyway, I think we
need to wrap it up. We've been here now.
We've got
57 people watching, and it's still over an hour and 3 minutes gone.
I'll just go back to the comments because I always like to keep people involved. Michael, can you tell where we were last and try and
I think it was right about there. Yeah, it was right about there. There, stop.
Was it here?
It was about here.
So we read that one.
Oh, hang on. John says their partnership just works. Adam always has. They had me hooked from day one.
Was it? Fair enough. James, we read that one. Do you think we should get another midfielder to support Pritchard?
I wouldn't be against it. I don't think it's a priority position at the minute, but I would like to have another one.
Now says DJ Earth. Athena says he says something special could happen. So Thean is, as people say, Thean's a negative. I like Thean as well. Go and subscribe to Thean, another
exactly.
YouTuber, good lad.
Passionate lad.
Adam Finch's class show, lads. Always get a great laugh from you guys. Keep it up. 5,000 by Christmas.
And subscribe to my channel as well.
Yep, I know.
To mine.
We haven't even said your channel, Michael.
Yeah, we've got an hour and 4 minutes. I haven't mentioned it. I'll say this. Mine's on, I think, I actually got quite a few subs yesterday. I think around 3,766, something like that. So try and get us to 4,000 quickly, and then I'll start pushing for 5.
See, we've got comments here. I think we've missed that. I always like as long as people's not offensive.
Yeah, hang on. Let's have a look.
Honey 95. I'm sure I haven't made Honey 95.
How's the blades on Bobby? I might. Oh, right. I see what you mean. Yeah, okay. I was thinking, what comment is that? Honey, I'm creased. Joanne, well deserved. James Well says, I still think staying up is the main priority. Hang on. Carshall Lazi, I've seen that before. Then Neil is doing a very good job with what he's got. With what he's got, the team are battling at the very end, regardless of the performance. The team will fight. Get some top quality players in before deadline day, and something special could happen, like his boyfriend Alan Derek Pritchard. Sorry, Thane, I'm not letting that go. He did call it, to be fair though. DGS Productions afternoon. James Whale, do you think we should get another midfield? Yeah, he's read that one. Read that one. Yeah. Van Heck should be done soon. Same with Bennett. Or Benette, I don't know how you pronounce it. Joanne says not bad, thanks. JGF, I'm using this account as I can't comment on here on my main account, fair enough. James Well, which free agent specifically? Gareth Bale. Obviously being realistic.
When does the window close? Is it
September the 1st? Yeah. It's either August 31st
still sign free agents, but that's the
61 watching, please give a like. Thane, I agree with Thane here. I'll put this up here. 4 points from the next 2 for me, but not the way everyone's thinking. Yeah, he said that he thinks we'll beat Norwich and draw with Rotherham.
That's what I says.
If I was offered that now, it's not your hand off, to be fair. How was you, Thane? Not bad, GG. So, doesn't. Oh, hang on. Sean's favourite phrase, doesn't cost a penny.
Hit that like button.
Oh, God, penny what button. On the days Michael can't make it, get Dave the Rave standing. Good rave.
Well, Dave to a away match. I tried to get him to this away match, but he said he'd had a rave on Friday night.
He's such a sweet lad.
He's lovely.
He's harmless.
He's an absolute legend, is Dave the Rave. Legend.
Adam says, I've liked it for 2 years and won't stop, and now I'm out of thumbs, but got 2 fingers over the mags. Hang on.
So what we did? I think what we did now. I'm sort of.
At first, I thought Sean was trying to get money out of me saying watch YouTube. Well, technically, maybe he is. Maybe he wants you to sponsor. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Right. Fabulous stream as always. Keep it up. Great show, lads. Now, lads,
that's the question. We're after a couple of moderators because Joanna's probably, I think, the only moderator, and sometimes Joanna's not available. So, if anybody interested in doing the
because you're watching our chick flicks.
Anybody wants to do the moderating, I think Adam Finch or Dave Wood or I think Acacia. If somebody wants to do it, let us know, and I'll get you. So if someone wants to do the moderating as well, it just helps us out to keep the bad people out. If there's any offensive people, it's just extra security in a sense. You know what I mean? But I think that's about it. I think we'll just wrap up.
I think I better go. My mate's been ringing me 3 times in a row now. Even though I've told him.
Well, like I say, Michael, thanks very much. We'll try and, like I say, it's a new show we're doing. Me and Michael, we'll do it every when Michael's
try and do it as often as we can.
If Michael's available, we'll do it. If he's not, obviously,
then you can just do Date the Rave or talk to yourself.
Yeah, right. And I tried to do it with Thomas before, and a couple of the guys, but there was, it's best with me and you. But if Michael's available, we'll do it. But thanks for everybody tuned in. Michael's got a 5th phone call now. I think he's going to have to go.
We're going to have to go.
So
thanks for watching, guys. Honestly.
So for myself, Sean Middleton and Michael Bowers. Remember to subscribe to all these YouTubers. Michael Bowers, subscribe to SSA Fans React, subscribe to Jalsy and Steve.
Just go and subscribe to every Sunderland YouTube channel. Go for it.
Keep it short and sweet there.
Oh, God. Now, one last comment before it goes. Adam French, late for your date. Mate, trust me, no woman would want to go out with us. Anyway.
Oh, come on. That's not nice, Michael.
Well, fine. Well, there might be one out there.
Of course there will be, Michael. Sean.
Just as long as she likes football, but she's not a mag.
Honey 95, she's a thing of the channel, so I'll get her to moderate as well. So I'll try and get her.
I thought you were going to say get her to go out with me. I was like, you poor woman.
Acacia Camanger. I'll get Acacia. I'll get Honey 95. Just like you see these two, that's extra.
One condition: if you get Acacia to do it, we can't moderate the Chef Wed comments because she loves Chef Wed.
John Moon, you're live in them. What? I'm sure I made that one up. Because he's being funny and what.
I'm waiting for anyways. John Punchin says, thanks, guys. Morgan Pickford Gray says, enjoy the rest of your day, lads. Thanks very much, buddy. And I'm waiting for Acacia to respond for that Chef Wed comment.
Michael, I want you to blow kiss to all the female subscribers who's watching. Let's give them a nice.
Fine, I'll do it here so no one can see it. Fine then. Oh, God. There you go.
There you go. Right. So for myself, Sean Middleton and Michael Bowers, we will see you next Saturday live from the Fans Museum for the pre-match show.
And in case you know, I won't shut up. There you go, the end.
Stay safe. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your Sunday dinner. Enjoy your beers. It's been a fantastic weekend for Sunderland Football Club. We're on the up. We're fifth in the table.
Almost one last thing. Come on, Man City.
Come on, Man City. Enjoy the Man City and Newcastle game. Let's hope it's a great game, Michael.
Depends what you mean by great game.
Enjoy your Sundays, everybody. Thanks very much. It's been a great show. The sun's shining. Enjoy your beers in your garden and stay safe. And bye for now. Dance of the night.